I beat the words.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm well. How about yourself?
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been a weekend.
To the week. Blackberry. Blueberry. White Winter Winery again. Blueberry. Mead. Mm-hmm. Read about it. Oh, you need more? What do you mean? I thought I lit you up.
That's good.
There you go.
Do you want a chocolate?
Yeah. We got highfalutin chocolates. The thing is, check. Okay, there's sea salt in them. I remember the good old days when there was no such thing as sea salt other than in the sea.
No.
Yeah, man.
There's been sea salt for a long time.
But it's been, it wasn't like a table staple.
It's like,
I think
it's like pumpkin spice, yeah.
Like pumpkin spice. It wasn't a staple of the table.
Damn, that's some good chocolates.
Well, there's a dark chocolate. So I thought it would.
Oh, that's good.
I thought it'd be nice with the blueberry mead.
My niece, Princess Diana. What is up, Diana? I love it when my family gets on.
I think your family's the only family that's on.
I'm good with that.
I don't think my family. I think they watch, but not
participate. I wish more people would participate because then we could say hey.
Sometimes.
So if you're not going to say hey, at least hit that like button. Go to YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe.
On the YouTube, that's
On the YouTube. Right now what we're doing is paying the bills, right? That's what we're doing.
More or less.
These ain't so bad.
No, well,
sea salt sticks with it. But
don't power them down. They're
it's
kind of a cordial, but
yeah, no. But yeah, like us.
Like, subscribe.
Hit the likes, hit the subscribe, and drink some mead.
Drinking the mead, because Tony don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You know what's weird though?
What's weird?
When these things stick in your teeth.
Well, they are caramels.
Yeah.
There is caramel.
I have one stuck already.
Yeah.
So, how'd the hunt go, man?
Well, I was gonna.
No, how'd the hunt go?
Oh,
you was gonna what? Hold on. What was you gonna do?
I thought you said have them all, and I was like, well, I'm probably gonna eventually.
No, I'll chew on a couple of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, cordially.
Because that's all. That's it's meant to be shared.
Yeah. That's what they're there for.
So and they come in a nice little box.
That's a nice box.
We could make fancy ice in that box.
Instead of spheres, we can make squares.
Instead of spheres, we could have squares. The hunt went well.
It's over now, right?
It is all done. Season 4 is in the can.
Feelings.
I gotta say, Nathan and I both kind of leading into the season. I think we were waiting for the other one to pull the plug.
Just going into the season.
You
guys were hampered with some.
Just not feeling it. Couldn't get it.
We had some technical issues.
Couldn't get a cast. First off, last year we had casting issues, and just a very busy season. Leading up to hunt, summer was very busy for him and then for me as well, and just not really feeling it, right? But we're here, so we're gonna do it. So we kind of muscled into the season.
And you broke records.
We did. We broke our own records this year and smoothed a lot of things out. But the biggest thing was we got a cast, right? And not a huge cast. I would have liked to have seen, half again, maybe even double what we had for a cast this year. But we had a really tight cast.
So you're giving the cast some props, right?
I'm giving the cast all kinds of props. And
the cast of where?
Of
Terror at Tyrol.
And and we gave them props last night too, and thanked them all up and down, and great job, and a lot of attaboys.
Now to our scores of listeners and followers.
Yeah, and a lot of attaboys, and we do little mini awards and that kind of thing for
like most improved, most scary
actor of the night, monster mouth, so loudest
Monster Mouth.
Monster Mouth, yeah. So we give them all, they're called Scarrett badges. The company's called Scarrett badges. We found them one year, like, these are just cool as hell. So, like, little date, the year, and then things like Actor of the Night, Most Improved, Actor of the Year. We actually had one actor actually make a gentleman crap his pants. Yes. Now,
A lot of haunters like to say that they make people crap their pants, and a lot of people will sometimes wet their pants just a little bit, like a little sprinkle. But in our cemetery this year, and you were there.
Is this the one that was the person that was buried in the ground?
Yeah. So we have one because we're outside, and because of the location that we're at, we're able to do some unique things that a lot of other haunts aren't able to do. And just because of the kind of location that we have. So, as you saw, the one location is in our cemetery where we've actually dug a grave and placed a crate down in and, shored up walls and that kind of thing. And we have an actor that launches out of the grave. And the gentleman...
I don't mean to be rude.
Yeah.
That drum machine that the band is using,
it's adding.
I'm feeling it.
I think it's keeping.
I thought you guys were about to complain.
Yeah, I gotta call it out, man. I gotta call it out. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be that way, man. But here at Feed the Dog, because where are we?
Feed the Dog.
Feed the Dog. At Feed the Dog, we're always trying to push the envelope. Right?
Okay, so you like it then.
Oh man, that sounded great.
You know what I think it does?
You were playing some stuff earlier that was like,
You know what I think it does?
But this was cool, man.
I think it keeps him on the same level all night. We kind of set the pace, and it keeps him
I'm just
in that place. It's feeling good.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good.
I'm with it. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just had to call that out.
So our actor in that particular spot, her name's Amy. She actually took Actor of the Year this year. She launches out of the grave, and the gentleman that she launched herself at actually befouled his pants. Yes,
befouled.
Yes, like he had.
Somebody's been reading your thesaurus.
Like did a full-on stop and went, oh, and he had to finish the haunt. Really? I'm not kidding.
Because I've been around a few of these, and everybody says they do it.
Yeah, no, and all haunters claim to make people wet their pants.
It's like the crescendo of what they want.
It's just something you do. And a lot of people do wet their pants. But just a little bit. You get like that shock and the little bit of release. You get a few drops, right?
A little release.
But to make a gentleman actually lose control of his bowels,
that's
pretty good. That's pretty
deep
good.
enough.
So she got special props on that one. But no, so this cast, the way they came together, we didn't have any divas, we didn't have any drama, we didn't have any. It was a very good. It was synergy, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I like it.
Synergy.
I like it.
They actually and we told them so. They actually.
You guys, man.
They renewed our spirit for the haunt.
Wow.
And we have some gigantic plans for next year. And if we accomplish a third of them,
It'll still be big.
It'll be monstrous.
Monstrous. And where will it be monstrous?
Terror at Tyrol.
That doesn't get old for me.
So, but no, it was a good year. What can I say? What else can I say? It was an awesome year. The weather was great all year, or all season, except for one night. And even then it wasn't terrible. Except the part where I almost put my truck in the ditch. But
you want to tell the good people about your? Check this out, cousins.
So I'm bombing along in the invincible Jeep Gladiator, and decide, as I generally do, we'll take the truck up the ski hill. The particular run is Yodeler out at Tyrrell. If you're familiar with Tyrrell Basin, the run is called Yodeler, and up the hill you go. I made it up the first time. It was go help. It was, go for it, man.
You know what? You know what else?
What's up?
Well, I'm gonna interrupt and I'm gonna carry on for a moment.
Keep going.
Because all right, we were talking last week about my Uncle Brad.
Yeah.
Okay. The madman that he is. Because I can't get what I want out here.
Yeah.
He gave me this idea to get regular potato chips. And get, don't worry about those now because I checked, we don't have any garlic powder. But the Wise onion and garlic,
Yeah.
he told me just get some onion powder and garlic powder, put it on the chips, and you get your onion and garlic.
Did you try it?
I was going to try it, and I told Uncle Brad I was going to try it right here on the show.
Yeah.
He wanted me to try it all week. I'm like, no, man, I want to save it for the show.
Sure.
I don't know. I thought
You know what
onion
you do?
and garlic powder.
Isn't there a place in town here you can get Wise potato chips?
I can get regular Wise potato chips, regular Wise and I think barbecue at a place that doesn't sponsor us. By the way, Wise isn't a sponsor either. At Farm and Fleet.
Okay.
They carry Wise in the little snack pack thing.
But they don't have the onion and garlic.
They don't have onion and garlic.
Well, you know what we should probably do then? We should have a family member or probably just we could probably just
Already
get them
had you.
online too. We're gonna do a little side by side, huh?
Uncle Brad
is gonna send us some Wise potatoes.
No, hold on.
No?
Not Wise
I'm
potato
sorry.
chips.
Let me take that back.
We're behind. Well, he might. He's definitely putting what we spoke about last week, ring dings,
Yeah.
or ding dongs,
Yeah.
hostess cakes,
Cupcakes. Yeah.
and
Cupcakes.
devil dogs, and a couple of the other ones that we were talking about last week.
Sure.
Comparing.
Yeah.
He's putting that in the box. Hopefully, I'll have it by.
Well, I mean, we can get the hostess piece as out here.
hostess we get out here.
Right. He's gonna
Drake's.
send us the Drakes.
He's sending us to Drake's.
Fucking guy. I fucking love Uncle Brad.
Uncle Brad is the shit.
Uncle Brad is the shit.
So, yes, that's what's going on with that. So,
Cool.
I'm sorry, grabbing this.
Yeah.
You know, it got me thinking about it because we also for today we do got some chips.
That's all right. Well, I don't think we need the extra noise.
Yeah, I like nibbling on something.
Well, okay, but I mean, having the bag right here.
Yeah, well, no, Judd will handle that.
Maybe Judd will put some in a
little bit in the bowl for
Maybe,
us.
that's why I got some chocolate. See,
It's
soft.
Yeah, I get it.
That's
I
a
get
lot
it.
of salt.
Makes sense. Yeah. You having problems over there?
I'm always having
Technical
problems.
difficulties? Who else? I think Brandon is on too. Check this out. Chips. I think Brandon is on too.
Hi, Brandon. I think I'm gonna stay sweet over here.
That's fine.
I don't think I need the salt.
I'll do me.
You do you.
You sure you want some?
No, I'm good. I mean,
I have another
I guess-
chocolate niblet.
I guess it's
Did I ruin it all by?
no.
You always ruin it.
I'm trying. Ready?
No.
I'm gonna put that over there. I'll eat all of those.
Well, that's what it's there for, man.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm digging the situation I got going on right here.
Fair enough.
We
I'll
are
stay in my lane. You stay in yours.
speaking of cakes and baked goods and whatnot. We're at a baker's dozen now.
This is show
Episode
number
number
13.
13.
Lucky 13.
Can you tell me where the phrase baker's dozen comes from?
A baker?
I assume it has something to do with baked goods. But why is a baker's dozen 13?
Because they always save one for themselves.
Ooh, that's a good
But
answer.
don't
That's
you
a good
get?
answer.
Survey says
But don't you get the
I'll
13th
take it.
one?
you're giving the other 12 away
Yeah.
or selling them, whatever.
You're buying a dozen,
You're buying a dozen.
and they give you the 13th one, and they call it a baker's dozen.
Okay, but
Why is it-
Because
why-
when you get to the door to take them,
Yeah.
you eat one on the way in.
It's
Is-
essentially
is
the
that-
same answer you just gave. You can't.
Is that what
I'm
it
just
is?
trying to justify it more.
Is that maybe
That's
what it
the
is? One
answer.
for the road.
I'm thinking
If anybody knows where the term baker's dozen comes
Baker's
from,
dozen.
maybe if somebody was on the ball over there, they'd be googling that.
He's got so much to do already.
He did have all that, like have to push the button and everything.
You gonna Google it, camera guy?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see where we are.
I bet you're close though. I bet it's because you got your box.
And you put one in your mouth, and what do you got there? Oh, I got a whole box of them.
You know, I almost made today because I got some pie crust in the old fridge.
What kind of pie crust?
Because it's just
What kind of pie crust?
It's just Pillsbury pie crust.
Okay,
Nothing
fair
fancy.
enough. Fair enough.
I had a hankering today for a pepperoni roll.
Ooh, like a stromboli kind of pepperoni roll?
Yeah, just
No
pepperoni.
cheese, just pepperoni.
No, pepperoni, a little mozzarella.
Oh, you are putting cheese in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also like a little pepperoni in there.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why
And
not?
then just a little more mozzarella just to hold it all together. Roll it up.
The term baker's dozen is thought to originate from the old practice of bakers adding a 13th loaf of bread to a batch to make the 12 loaves to avoid selling underweight bread.
Underweight.
I knew that. I just wanted
So-
to see if you guys knew that.
So it doesn't have to equal X amount of poundage or weightage. Weightage, is that a word? Weightage.
I don't quite know what that means.
Weightage.
No, the definition.
Well,
To avoid
I
selling
think I got it.
underweight bread.
Right, because when you bake bread, right?
Yeah.
When you're making the dough or whatever, it's supposed to, like on the bag, it says so many ounces.
Right. But I mean, a loaf is a loaf.
A loaf is a loaf, but it's unpredictable because you bake it, right? And you mix up the stuff,
Okay.
so it's
But
unpredictable.
But if you're buying 12 loaves, you're buying 12 loaves. I mean, they're all relatively the same size.
But if you're under,
What is
but if
relative?
the loaf is underweight,
I don't
get why. I understand it, but I don't know why it's such a deal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I mean, and I never would have considered bread. You say baker's dozen, me, I'm thinking about donuts.
Right. That's where my head
I'm
goes.
thinking about some bagels, maybe.
I had no idea bread was even part of it.
No. I guess it makes sense. Bread would have been made before donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then was Maria Antoinette that said, "Let him eat cake."
Yeah, but she wasn't talking about cake.
What you talking about? Cake donuts?
Basically, like the bread.
Cake bread?
Something like
Well,
that.
they needed bread. They were fucking hungry. They were dying, no?
Right. Yeah.
So
But
fuck them. They don't got bread. Let them eat cake.
I guess.
That's how I took it.
I mean, if you put a slice of bread in front of me, a slice of cake, I'll probably eat the cake.
I don't know. I'm a little finicky with my cake, and I'm a little finicky with my bread. I have a hard time with some
Maybe you
of
should
that
get a bread maker. Make your own bread.
stuff. I don't think it's going to solve
Then
the
you can
problem.
make your own baker's dozen.
I think the only thing that'll be cool about me making my bread is I made my bread. I don't think it's going to be the kind of bread that I want.
Why not? You just get
Because the bread,
Yeah, but when you get a bread maker, you're gonna get a box of.
it's a novelty
a
in making
book of
your own
rec-
fucking bread. There's nothing about making bread. You made your own bread. You put some water and some shit in this thing. It mixes it up and it heats it up and bakes it all into. They got the machines, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
put
saying.
shit
Get a
together.
bread maker.
Once the novelty of making your own bread wears off, and I'm sure the first time you clean the fucking thing, that's when it'll wear off.
Yeah.
It's no big deal no more.
But you can make your own bread, and it would be whatever kind of bread you wanted.
It's not just the bread, man. It's the texture of it.
That's what I'm saying. If
How the fuck you gonna-
like a nice, I like a nice Swedish rye. Right? I like a nice
seeds
Swedish.
or no seeds?
No seeds. I like a nice Swedish rye bread.
Seeds are overrated.
Yeah. So, because it's like a dense, and I like the, so I could make my own Swedish rye, right? If you like, something a little lighter, something a little heavier, you're gonna get a book of like bread recipes with your bread maker.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
And then you don't have all the other stuff that they put in the bread. Bread only lasts. You get a loaf of bread, it only lasts what, 2 days before like an actual loaf of bread. Like if you get a homemade loaf of bread, like Grandma makes you a loaf of bread, it probably only lasts.
What the fuck? We're only a couple minutes in this
I know.
thing.
Well, it probably will last a couple days, right? But if you get a loaf, you get that. I know, you're just about gone.
So you want to do? How you sitting over there?
I gotta say, I like the. This is the blueberry. I think I like the raspberry better.
I like the raspberry a lot more, but I really like it. I'm a fan.
I'm sorry that I turned you into a meat junkie. But
No, not a meat junkie. I'm a meato. Not a meataholic.
TM. Hashtag Meato.
I'm a meato. I think,
Why is my screen frozen?
look at my face. Look at your face. There we go. Now click on the bottom. No, on the picture. There you go. See that? With those arrows? No, go up, right. There you go. Click on that. Now turn the volume
Turn the
down.
volume up again. I don't
There
know
you
why that
go.
happens. I mean, I guess I don't.
Did it? See?
I don't really need it. I mean, you're not over there too.
It's alright.
Meato. Hashtag Meato.
Hashtag meato. That should be one of our things.
We should have shirts made that say hashtag Meato. What were we talking about before we were talking about meat?
We've been talking about
Making your own bread. Yeah. So you can make any kind of bread you want. If you get a bag, if you take the bag of bread out of your cupboard right now,
You're missing what I'm saying.
and look at the ingredient list, there's like all kinds of like extra shit in that
Yeah,
bread.
so it would be more healthier. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it would be probably depending on
Okay.
the bread you make. But
Okay, look,
it'd be
man.
better.
Look. Healthy wise, I'm not worried about right now.
Right.
Okay. The bread that I don't think I can make. It's like there's bagel joints in town.
So are you saying that if you use a bread maker, you're somehow taking something away from the like?
I'm saying I'm not gonna be,
wholesomeness of your
I'm
bread?
saying that I know I cannot replicate the bread that I'm looking for. That's what I'm saying.
What kind of bread are you looking for?
A nice crunchy crust,
Okay.
soft inside.
Right.
The crust is like
It's
almost
that out of a bread maker.
No, man, I've had bread out of a bread maker.
Maybe you've had the wrong bread out of a. You didn't like meat before either, right? Because you'd only had crap meat.
Like I said, man, I think if I was to make my own bread, the novelty of making my own bread.
Yeah.
What do you want from me to eat for? What the fuck?
I'm not. I'm listening. You're talking, and I'm giving you my attention.
Appreciate that. The novelty of making my own bread once that wears off. No, it's fucking bread. I don't think it's possible.
Do you, when you go buy bread, do you buy it from the bakery at the store, or do you buy?
Camera
it,
guy
buy
Joe will
it
tell
back?
you. Camera guy Joe will tell you. I go to the bakery.
Yeah.
Pushing on everything. I'm squeezing everything. I'm trying to get that.
Everybody's just like, it's like you're like, ah!
No, man. He won't go. Can I have that loaf over there?
Dude,
I'd like to squeeze
I
it.
go to the bakery section of the grocery store. I mean, I grab bread everywhere
It's
I go.
like full on. It's like, yeah, that's
There's
good.
a deli. There's a deli on the east side of town. I go to at work with the guys from work.
Yeah.
I walk by, I squeeze the bread. If the bread feels the way I want it to feel, I'm gonna buy it. I can't find the bread I'm looking
You
for.
squeeze it
Pick
through
it
the
one
bag,
the same
right?
way.
Yeah, through the bag. Yeah.
You're not like grabbing.
No.
Like, let me squeeze those
No.
loaves.
No. Not at all.
I'm going to squeeze
Through the bag.
my
And I
loaf.
think one of the things that are fucked up is you can't put bread in a plastic bag. Put it in a paper bag.
Yeah. I mean, if you're picking it up baked that day,
It's got to breathe.
yeah. Well, that's how you get that crust.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that. But if it's going on a shelf, then it has to be
Paper bag.
like,
With that cellophane strip down the middle of it.
Yeah.
They make the fucking bread right.
I think that's just there so you can see the bread.
Yeah. I get it, but that's the bag that they need to use. When they just put a bag just strictly in a plastic bag, it still holds heat.
Yeah.
And it becomes...
Right. Well, let me say this because I did work in a commercial bakery.
Who you work for?
Over on the east side, the place.
Right off East Wash there?
Yeah.
You're not going to say the name, I know who they are.
Yeah.
Because they're not a sponsor.
And there was a bread line that made like the commercial loaf of bread. And that goes back to what I was talking about. All the extra stuff they add to make the bread last a little bit longer on the shelf. It doesn't do anything for the flavor of the bread, the nutritional value of the bread. All it does is make the bread last longer. Bleach flour, and we want it to look softer, and we want it to look whiter, and we want the crust to look browner.
I'm worried about texture, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's my thing.
But the bread does get cooled before it goes into the plastic bag.
How long?
I think it's because you got a picture like a big carousel,
Sure.
right? So the bread comes out of the oven, and then it automatically goes into this giant cooling carousel, and it's on this carousel for like 45 minutes to an hour.
What kind of atmosphere is it, though?
Well, it's constantly cooling. There's a whole apparatus thing happening in there.
They got fans on it?
Yeah. They're not like taking hot loaves of bread and throwing them into plastic bags.
It just feels that way.
Well, that's because most commercially produced bread is, crap.
It feels that way.
Once again, why you should be making your own bread. Get a bread maker.
I'll get a bread maker. I'll make my own bread.
There's no novelty involved. You just throw the shit in there and turn it on and walk away. When you come back, you got a loaf of bread.
I think it's a novelty, man.
I think if you ate enough sandwiches, I think having your own bread maker would take care of itself.
They'll tell you how good these
Like coffee, right?
Yeah, coffee.
I buy whole bean coffee. No, I don't want it.
I'm not double dipping. Come on, have one.
I
Look at that big one right there. Look at it right
This
there.
one?
That one, yeah. Come on, man. You're like a stick in the mud. This shit is good. Good, right?
Yeah, good.
Good.
I mean, I never said I don't like potato chips and onion dip. And see, there you go. That's why. I just wasn't in. I didn't have a hankering for any right now. So
Okay, well,
novelty. We're talking about novelties, right? Okay. Another novelty, coffee grinder. Okay.
that's not a novelty. That is a necessity.
But you don't have one.
I use a bullet when I got it, and I don't like the bullet. I got to get a real one. So, Christmas idea. If anybody wants to give me something for Christmas, I can use a good coffee grinder.
I could just as easily buy pre-ground coffee, right?
Yeah, but even
I
that,
prefer it.
even if you, when you buy pre-ground coffee,
Yeah.
you're subject to their grounding. This coffee may be amazing coffee beans, and if you grind it too fine,
It gets bitter.
it gets bitter.
Right.
And if you grind it chunky enough, it's not as bitter.
That also depends on your brewing method.
Well, if you brew it too hot, it kills the caffeine. Blah, 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 blah.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about like your standard drip machine, which most of us have on our counter, right? Or are you using a French press? Or are you using a?
I would love to use a French press.
siphon, Or are you using?
I would love to use a French press. I seen one where you pour water in it.
Yeah, and this got a plunger thing on top.
No, and then all of a sudden, well, maybe it does, but all of a sudden, shit changes, and you got a cup of coffee. Whoops.
I don't think that's a French press.
No, that's not a French press.
No.
I
Somebody
understand
tell us
the
what
part.
kind of coffee brew that is.
So, there's that one, the French press.
Yeah.
You know what I had coffee out of?
What's that?
When I went to Tennessee?
I think it's called a bubbler.
A bubbler?
Yeah, because isn't it like a chamber and there's water and you flip it and it bubbles and coffee's made?
I think it does it by, I think
he's thinking about a percolator.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
well, that's what we had when we went to Tennessee.
that's
when we went to
school.
Tennessee,
Yeah.
my mother had a percolator. And I had
Well, there you
coffee out of a percolator, which was amazing.
Right. But also easily fucked up because you can easily burn the coffee in a percolator. So most of us have the standard drip machine on their counter, right? And most coffee that you buy off the grocery store shelf is ground to the consistency that would work that would be just fine for a standard drip machine, right? I prefer to grind my own beans, but I could just use.
Hey! Oh wow, Adam, what's up, fella? So go on, you grinding your own beans.
I could just as easily buy pre-ground coffee and put it in my drip coffee machine. I buy whole beans and grind it myself because I like the way it tastes. I mean,
I would if I had a grinder,
that's what I mean about bread. You make your own bread. You got fresh bread. You know what's in it,
and it would be delicious. It would be delicious, and people would come from miles around to have a slice of Jimmy's bread.
To just smell Jimmy's bread.
But it's not going to be what I'm looking for.
All right.
I'm trying to explain to you, and my vocabulary lacks the words of what I'm trying to say.
I'm eating a lot.
But what I'm trying to say, yeah, the bread will be good, and yeah, it is a novelty kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take the. That's just. Oh, you gotta eat that one too. Good thing Jimmy's. It's a good thing Jimmy keeps his floor clean.
I try anyway.
But I have a French press as well, which I will use on like Sunday morning when I don't have to be anywhere.
I'll be up tomorrow morning.
It takes a little longer to
say 6:30.
Yeah.
Get a cup of coffee.
Right.
Coffee at Sid's.
But no.
I'll be up tomorrow morning at 6:15.
I'll be gone to work already.
What time you leave?
I leave for work about 5:45.
So if I'm up there like 5 o'clock, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not going to be having the French press out at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, why not?
Because it's different. A drip machine, you just grind it, you put it in there, you turn around and walk away.
Right.
Yeah. French press, you got to heat the water, you got to put it in there with the coffee, then you got to let it sit and steep for a little bit.
What's a little bit?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Or so, depending on how much coffee you got in there. So it's a different grind. You got to grind it heavier or, thicker. Thicker, not as fine. Did I do that? Or did you?
I did that.
I think that was you. and then you gotta like with the. So I only do the French press when I want better coffee.
I don't know, man. I think I'll be there tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, good luck with that.
4:45. I'll come knocking at 4:45. We'll have a cup of coffee.
Everybody's home tomorrow.
I'll get home. I'll come up at 4:45.
Michelle has off tomorrow
which means I'll leave my house at 4:15.
You're gonna get up at 2 o'clock in the morning just come and have a cup of coffee. It ain't that good.
Yeah, but it'll be fun. Donna Marie's saying hi, honey. We got a busy night tonight. What's up, everybody?
Well, I think we're spreading. Like
we're organically.
Yeah.
Adam's been a fan for a while
like
as well.
mold. I think we're spreading like mold.
Mold?
Yeah. Slowly but steady.
So we're gonna change it we're gonna change it from feed the dog to the mold guy.
Mold. Moldy dog.
The moldy dog.
Yeah, because it grows and you can't get rid of it, and it's still spreading, and you know you're not going to get rid of the mold. You can't get rid of the mold.
The moldy dog.
That sounds like a drink, like a really bad drink.
A really bad, like the cement mixer.
Yeah. Well, cement mixer is not a cement mixer is a bad drink, but it doesn't sound. But it doesn't sound like a bad drink.
True.
Like you'd never walk into a bar and order something that has the word moldy in it.
Well, there's a bar right here that they got stuff called swamp water.
Right, but that's because it looks like swamp water. It's kind of a clever turn of phrase.
So cement mixer, it don't sound so bad.
Right.
Moldy dog. Well,
moldy is not something that you usually want with your food, unless you're talking about cheese.
Oh, cheese. Cheese, you all right there?
Yeah, just fill them. Something in there? Let me look. I got it. I see it. It's out of shot though, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh man, episode 13. Still working out the kinks. It was a good time.
That was a little nasty.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay!
That's good stuff, man. That's a good stuff.
Just get that.
Just get a hold of that, man.
Save that guy for later.
Save it. Put it in your pocket. Here, you can. You know what? I should stop. Here, take mine too. After I have one more. Because this is good.
So Halloween's tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Where are you going?
I think I'm gonna stay home. I got this is like the first Halloween in probably 2 or 3 years that I haven't had on duty.
Because usually when it's on the
Duty.
weekend.
Well,
He did say duty, didn't he?
last year it was on a Saturday, so clearly we were open then.
So what are you doing? Sitting around the house?
I think-
I'm gonna have a cordial. The beast has been unleashed.
They're good, aren't they?
I just want to eat, man.
Yeah, I get it.
After the show, we got wonderful pizzas, and we just had an earthquake. This one registered a 2.3 on the Richter scale.
Somebody set off an earthquake over there.
Yeah, no.
I didn't notice.
What's going on, camera guy, Judd? You have something to say? No? You good?
Do you want a chocolate? No. Yeah. Neither can you. Because there's not that many left.
Camera guy, Judd, and his buddy Evan are working the controls for us tonight.
Did Evan help Judd push the button?
Evan has been actually serving up the food and got my ice spheres for me.
Ice spheres.
Ice sphere. It's hard saying that with one without. You got to
Whistling?
pause. You got to pause.
I wasn't correct.
Ice spheres.
Spheres? Ice spheres?
Ice spheres. Ice
Because
spheres.
it sounds
ice-
like ice spheres.
Right. So ice.
Like you're afraid
spheres.
of ice.
Right. Ice, comma, spheres. That's how you have to talk.
Maybe you should say spheres of ice.
Spheres of ice. You're fucking nuts.
I think technically that would be craft ice, I think is what they call that now.
Craft ice.
Craft ice. Because it's not just a cubic or you know, like the scoop.
See that machine thing they got? It's no it's just a fucking. They put a big frozen chunk in there, and they let the top come down,
Frozen chunk of
and it
what?
makes a huge ice. They put ice in this thing,
Yeah.
and they
Like
put the lid
like
on
a scoop of ice or like a block of ice.
a block of ice, and they put the top on it,
And it like
and it melts it. Comes down and melts it,
Yeah.
and gives a perfectly round sphere,
a perfectly spherical.
clear.
Yeah. Well, that is the trick. To get the like clear ice.
Yeah, you know, they say if you use hot water.
That's not what I've heard.
What'd you hear?
I have heard that the trick to getting the totally clear ice is to first use good clean water and then to cool it slowly.
Cool it slow, like take it,
Yeah.
like put it in the fridge. Maybe
Maybe.
put it in the freezer, take it out, put it back in the fridge, take it out.
Well, first, if you're using tap water, it's going to have softener in it, so it's going to have salts and all that kind of stuff in it. Fluoride, chlorine, all that shit. So I guess what you could try is to like get yourself some water out of the tap, then like a pitcher or something, set it off to the side for like, I don't know, a day, let the chlorine burn off, that kind of shit, and then maybe pour it into your ice molds. Because I think the fogginess comes from like when it freezes too quickly. I think it has to freeze slowly.
Does anybody else have an opinion on that? Look at them all chime in. Holy
that.
tomatoes.
Is that
Judd, how do you
hell of a
make
good
perfect
dip?
ice? Clear ice.
Use hot water.
No, that can't be right.
Is that what it says? Okay, now.
I know how to do it.
Okay, now
Then
time
you're
out.
wrong.
Have you done it before?
How you
Okay,
made
now, hold
totally
on,
clear ice?
Hold on, I got questions here.
He is right.
So you've boiled water. What do you do? Boil water? Okay, so you boil it. Now, so that means you boil off all the stuff that's impurities that are put into the water.
No, you don't. I mean, that's not what happened.
You use the water, or you use the mist that boils up.
Yeah, because
The water.
Because if all you're using is boiling water,
All you're doing is reducing it.
Yeah.
And
you're gonna kill
it.
it.
Getting more.
You might kill any bacteria that's in there, but you're not like getting rid of.
And
And you probably burn off the chlorine.
And the impurities are getting. Here we go.
Right.
There are many tips and tricks to achieving clear ice. Most of them involve starting with a white water. We tested in the methods and the ones that work. So you don't have to use frozen tap water. Hot boiled distilled water.
Oh, distilled water.
But you're not
That's
distilling it. You're just boiling it.
That's the trick. Distilled water, because that's the stuff you put in like your iron and your clothes steamer.
Distilled water is boiled and then recondensed.
Yeah,
That's distilled water.
it's pure water. They take the mist of the boil.
Distillation.
Yeah, the distillation.
Distillation.
This.
Yes. So you have not made clear ice. I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't think he's ever made clear ice. I'm calling bullshit on that.
Don't do that. We're gonna get stuck by lightning. So, okay. I want you to make me some clear ice.
Make some clear ice. Next week, I want those spheres like they're not even there. I want them glassy clear.
Can you do it? That's your homework for next week.
I don't think he's going to be out here with the chemistry set distilling water. Little Bunsen burner.
And then he'll have like a little piece of copper on an angle.
Yep.
With a funnel.
Yep.
And then a little beaker down here.
Cooling coil. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious. I want to see it. I believe in you. I want to see it.
I think you're full of shit. I don't think you can do it.
Let's do it.
Now, I think maybe if we went to the grocery store
And got
and
distilled
bought
water.
a gallon of distilled water, then possibly you could get your clear ice. But
Distilled water. I believe that would be the trick, though.
But you know, I've also seen. Do you ever see the videos of that mountain lake? That when it freezes over, it's completely clear, like you can see all the way to the bottom.
No.
Okay. Well, there are some videos out there of bodies of natural fresh water. Some of them are mountain lakes. The other one is there's some town in Sweden somewhere.
Of course it's in Sweden.
But they had first off, the water is really clear, right? But then they had like a duration of time of very very cool temperatures, but not freezing, but very cool temperatures. And then it slowly froze, or slowly got to freezing.
Cold.
But when the lake froze, you couldn't see that there was ice. You could see all the way to the bottom of the lake. Totally clear ice. And that, I'm sure there's not like a whole lake of distilled water.
Cold kills germs, though.
Just as some
Hot
germs.
does. Some germs. Like how do you wash your jeans? You roll them
I
up,
wash
put them
them
in
in
the
cold, but
freezer.
I'm sure they still have germs on them when I take them out of the wash.
I wash my stuff in cold too. But
Yeah,
people roll them up and put them
more
in.
energy efficient.
People roll them up and put them in the freezer. Did you ever hear about that one?
No.
People will roll their. It's how you clean your jeans. You roll
In
them
the
up,
freezer.
You stick them in the freezer. That's a fact.
Now, I will say that sometimes,
Check it, Jack.
I will say that I have put boots
In the freezer.
in the freezer.
Why?
Kill the smell.
Okay.
Yeah. Pack them with newspaper and
Pack them in newspaper.
pack the inside of the newspaper because the newspaper absorbs the moisture. That was before I got a boot dryer.
But cold is dry. Cold is like a desert. Like the
Yeah, but
Arctic
if
is
you put moist boots into a freezer, they just freeze. You're gonna get ice.
Which
in your
fine.
boots. What's he looking for?
It might work when you first take them out, but it won't be ongoing. Those rumors, household fridges do not kill bacteria.
So people don't roll up their jeans.
They do, but they think it works, but it doesn't.
Right.
But they do it.
That's one of those things.
I
that
don't
people
do it.
That's one of those things that people do because they think it's the thing to do. I think.
I think I'm going to roll up my jeans and put it in the freezer.
Why would you? I think all you have
I like them out of the dryer. man.
cold nuts.
Damn shame.
They'd be all like stiff. You have to like unroll them.
That means if you have like a sweaty.
Okay, so you know how good it feels to put on like a nice toasty pair of jeans right out of the dryer?
I was just talking about
Okay,
that. I was just
imagine
saying
the exact opposite of that feeling.
I can't. I don't want to.
Why would you want to put on frozen jeans?
It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time.
All right. No frozen jeans.
No frozen jeans on Feed the Dog.
You know what? You know what I don't like about this? Small.
Hey, what's this?
Freaking mitts in there. I was gonna put them in the lid.
I shook them.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you want them in the lid?
No, I mean it's good. But go ahead.
Put them in the lid still. Well, no, they won't last
They
in
won't.
the lid.
They won't.
Because
No,
the little flop.
I was gonna put it on the lid.
on the lid, but the little flop down.
I was gonna take the lid off.
I seen you struggling. I didn't think you ate your breakfast and you couldn't pull it off of
Jesus
there.
Christ! Just
Ta-da!
they're good though, aren't they?
They are. Should we let the camera guys have one?
All right. Camera guy, you want a chocolate?
Grab a free sidekick there,
Get one
too.
for the punk over there, too.
The snap ahead next to him with the lollipop in his mouth.
And we only got 3 left now. See, that's why.
I'm going to have one more.
Go ahead.
Because I'm being cordial. We should give, we should give
one
the
to the
band.
band,
How about that band?
Brought his drum machine and everything.
Drum machine and everything.
Well, my glass is just about empty.
I'm
We're out of
miserable because mine is
chocolate.
about empty.
I think we're out of chocolates.
We'll wrap it up.
Why don't we have why don't we have the band play us out?
Give us something just badass.
Give me some funk.
Ooh.
How about
How about what I'm prepared for?
Appreciate you guys.
have a good week.
And don't take any shit from anybody.
Whatever.